first look at Toa Onua. Now you can see this guy is pretty cool. You can see he has a cool little face visor, of course, on him. Of course, you cannot see his face, his eyes, but basically he's a little bit different in a way compared to most Toa. And the back of him as well too. He looks like he's a little like one of those little space alien warriors that are really armored up. And the back of it here, of course, you can see if you want to do two things, you can put right there, you can put both his little axes on his back to make it look really kind of cool in a way. And I'll show you a little play feature that's pretty cool, how we're going to show this, of course. So basically, if you want to, you just take off these two axes, of course, like so. And we're going to take it off like so. Here a second. So we're going to take off the axes here. And basically, they fit on here really easily. And if you want to, then you can put them on his hands. Sorry for the little mess up, guys, in the close-up here. But basically, there we go. So there he is. Look at his hammers, of course, in a way. He's also really flexible. Oh, man. And there you guys have it. Sorry about that little bit of mess up there, guys. So basically, you know, his hammers, basically, his axes, of course, are basically really kind of cool. They're doing this in a way. And if we take off his mask, here's what he looks like with his regular helmet piece on there. And this is basically his mask overall, too. So that's pretty cool that we have that. Basically, if you want to, you can put it back on like so, which we're going to show you right now. So basically, and there it is right there. You can see the blue in his little visor. Kind of interesting in a way that it has it on there. This little gear thing on the back too is like all the Toas and all the Bionicles back in the day had. You basically swing those and he goes into battle, fighting course. And you can see he's really kind of cool in a way. He's like, there it is in the camera shot there. He's really ready for battle and really kind of cool. I like this, how that does that. Another little fun feature you see right here, we've had him in his back, of course, it shows an instruction booklet that basically shows that you can actually hang him on there like so. I'll show you guys the instruction booklet, of course, too, how it looks, of course, that way. And you can see right there in the instruction booklets, you can basically add him on there, kind of like when he's in traveler mode or like that. One thing I also want to show you guys too is how they, back in the day, how they would show you how to take them apart. They put them inside the canisters. And I know a lot of people probably did this for storage reasons wise or whatnot. Pretty kind of cool. Also, you can see you also get if you build it all, get all three of these, which back in the day they had, you can build a creepy looking spider droid, which is also kind of cool and very unique in a way overall in general. And also too, the instruction book also had basically, you can see here's the map, of course, of how it looked back in the day. When they had the concept art, you can see there's some of the cool pictures, as well as some of that stuff right there too. Really kind of cool that they had that. And here's look at all the characters you can see right there. Okami, Nakama, or I think their name is Winua, who's the Earth guy. Here's this one we have here, Onua. Matu, or Magi, I think it is so. Neju, or Nehu, I think his name, the ice character. Pretty cool. And you can see this had a lot of cool stuff back in the 30 days of these instruction booklets. Also too, you also get a small little comic strip, basically, when they had the comics around that told the story of the Bionicles. And the Bionicle line, of course, in a way. And it was really kind of cool how he did that for a while. And really kind of cool overall, too. One thing I will say that I do like about this character that I really do think is really kind of unique in a way for nostalgia reasons is he doesn't really have the kicking feet as the brown one has Pohato, I think is his name. But he does have the swinging arms, of course, so his arms do swing like that too, for many reasons as well. So very kind of cool looking on Toa Onua. All right, so here we look at Toa Onua, and you can see this is a pretty cool looking character. You can see he has his visor in the front here, and all his cool looking gear, like armor that he has, even the shoulder plating that he has on there too. And if we turn him around, you can see he looks a lot better in a way. And there's his axes, of course, you can see. And very kind of cool overall. And the gear thing, you wonder what this gear thing is. Well, this basically was really kind of cool feature back in the day, would basically swing him up and down like this, and was very awesome to see. Now, we're going to show you in a minute what he looks like with his gears in his hands, and then we're going to show you his mask off. So let's show you that. So here we put in his axe in his hands, like you can see like so, and we're going to lift his head up for you guys. So we're going to get a little close up for you. There you go. So he's looking at the camera now. And you know, it's pretty cool that you see in the back here now, like the little handle thing you saw. You're going to swing these up in front, and That'll give him like the effect that he's gonna fight or march. He looks like he's marching in a way, kind of, if you think about it. And is really kind of unique how that looks. Also too, on the helmet piece, of course, if we can take it off on the camera, is basically, the head basically I think is also pretty cool how this moves, of course. So there it is, a little bit tricky in a way, but there we go. There's a look at the headpiece, of course, a little bit different than the previous ones that we've grown up accustomed to liking, of course. And you can see right there, you know, a little bit like an alien look, of course, but still very unique overall in general. Now, one thing I also want to put out before I close on this close-up is about the instruction booklet. As we go into the back, of course, you can see this is the way that they actually wanted you to store your TOA or your Bionicles back in the day on the canister. You would take the arms out and put him in there like so, and he'd be really snug in the little canister, which is pretty cool. Also, too, you had, if you got these three back in the day, you could make a really creepy looking spider, was really interesting. And I don't really have all those. I used to remember doing that with a lot of my old Bionicles that I used to have, kind of create him like a Megazord in a way, like the Power Rangers kind of, that's what they kind of look like. Was pretty cool. Also, here's look at the characters we have too, that were all the tribe that you got, the 6 characters back in the day. And you can see there they are. And there's the one we have that's on the canister. But these are really cool looking characters. Nowadays, they're really hard to find. Here's also a look at the scenery too, basically where they all lived on one side. And there's part of the map you can see, which basically kind of shows the whole layout. Sorry if as little crinkled guys, but that's best I'm trying to do. And there's part of the little scenery, of course, too, for other areas too. And that is really kind of cool, the ones on the bottom and the top. Also, here's the other little characters that are disc launcher characters, of course, which I will try to find one day if I can, but it might be hard to get these. And others, all cool Bionicle stuff. And also, too, one thing I really liked is that back in the day, if you guys remember, like myself, you got little comic books. Well, you got comic books back in the day, but also you would get some basically like a preview in the instruction booklets. So something to read, of course, in a way, to kind of explore. And the storyline was just awesome. Now you can see he has a brown-like visor, but in the minifigure character, he has a blue face. You can't really see it though, but he has blue, which we just showed you. So it's making me kind of wonder, like, was that like a camera vision? Or I don't know. It's really kind of cool in a way, and I like that. But we're gonna stand him up for you, but there is Toa Anua.